just like you've touched on with people who turn a blind eye within within the church, or just teachers or whatever worker it may be. Uh, the Boy Scouts have done the same exact thing for decades with their hierarchy. They kept they named it secret perversion files. Like that's the name they put on it for their scoutmasters who were doing this. And I'm talking like 60, 70, 80 years worth of keeping records. So you're talking a turnover of the hierarchy how many times in over decades the hierarchy of the Boy Scouts have turned over and they've all marched to the same beat. Like not a single new head came in with a conscience or with a soul and said, like, this is insane. I couldn't imagine taking over the Boy Scouts and, saying, being handed over, a 20,000 file name of scoutmasters and saying, but we keep this under wraps. We just move them around and, we don't want this brought out to public. And I go, okay, yeah, I'll go along. I'll get in step.
If that's the way we've always done it, then yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it.
And it's the same with people who know if a father is abusing a child, but they don't speak up.
It's a tiny semantic thing, but I try very hard not to use the word leaders because they're not scout leaders, they're not church leaders, they're scout officials, they're church officials. If you're a leader, right, you attack problems head on. And if you're a leader, you put the safety of those in your institution first. These are not men who do that. These are, and obviously, females can and do enable abuse, but the overwhelming majority of the officials in the Scouts and in the Catholic Church are men. And if you're a man and you're willing to ignore or hide, heinous crimes against kids, and if you're not even willing to pick up the phone and call the local sheriff or the local police about it, you don't deserve to be called a leader at all.
So your abuse um, occurred by this priest taking you on trips,
Right, right,
and 4 out of 6 children in your family were abused by this guy.
right.
Almost like the Fortney sisters.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm sure he won over your family.
Oh, absolutely.
They have to win over the community, then they
Right,
have to win over the family, and then they
right.
have to win over the victim.
Yeah.
And let's do a little cause and effect. So, like, what were some of the repercussions in your own personal life after the abuse? Grades, sports, dating, drugs or alcohol. What did it do to you?